Greetings, everyone. Greetings, one and all. Welcome. Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Soul Awakening Sanctuary Movement. Our live stream today. Welcome. I'm back. We are back live. We've been on a little hiatus for a week and a half, but we're back. JJ, nephew, welcome. I hope you're doing well, beloved. So good to see you as always. Greetings, one and all. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Soul Awakening Sanctuary Movement with your host, Chief Apostle Veronica Yisrael, Chief High Priestess, Global Spiritual Leader, Teacher Guide, Prophetic Voice, and founder of the Soul Awakening Sanctuary and the host of the Sankofa Sessions podcast. Here we teach African cosmology, spirituality from an expanded consciousness perspective, teaching souls to awaken the divine within them, teaching all to reconnect to the divine within them, to go back and fetch it. Go back and get your power. Go back and get your mind. Go back and get your self-love. We're not here to teach dogma, indoctrination, but we're here teaching those to decolonize their faith, deconstruct from harmful religion, theologies, philosophies, ideologies that is harmful to their soul and to our community and to humanity. We're not here to preach you into heaven, but we're here to show you that heaven is here and now, and it's a part of you. Heaven and hell are metaphysical states of consciousness that you have right here. Greetings, Yeshua Ali. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Grace and peace to each and every one of my beloved Soul Awakening Sanctuary family. Grand Rising, and to all divine souls joining us today for this live session from across the world. Welcome. I greet you in the mighty, liberating, all-consuming power of the Holy Spirit, the eternal source, creator of all that is and ever shall be. God by all names known. So before we start and step further into our session, I want you to declare right now in the chat, it's time to clean house. Come on. Tap that screen as you come in the room, and I want you to put in the chat, it's time to clean house. That is the channeled message that Spirit would have us to talk about today. It's time to clean house. So come on in the room. Put that in the chat. It's time to clean house. Greetings, everyone. As you come in, greet us. Let us know where you're watching from. That's right. It's time to clean house. Greetings, Wendy. Greetings, 8 House Awakening. So good to see you, dear. It's time to clean house. Lisa Agee, 75. Stick around, honey. You'll learn something. Greetings, Jay the Pro. Welcome. So good to see you. Have a nice day, baby. Bye-bye. It's time to clean house. That is the channel message that Spirit would have us to talk about today. So share this live, everybody. Tap the screen. Share this live. Help us out. Let's get this out into the algorithm. Yes, let's fill this virtual sanctuary with that energy. Tag someone. Share this live, because today's message that Spirit will speak to us. It's not entertainment, it's divine assignment and alignment. And today's teaching is, it's time to clean the house so the glory can fall, that you can manifest, that you can become all that you have been created to become and to be, to walk into the fullness, because you are everything you're supposed to be. But now it's time to know that, own that, and walk into that with power, with confidence, without doubting yourself. Some of us, we doubt ourselves too much. We doubt our abilities. We doubt the spirit within us. We doubt our own intuition, our internal guidance system given to us by our Creator to help us navigate this earthly existence. And so we are coming back to reclaim that which has been stifled out of us. We're calling back our energy. We're calling back everything that spiritual vampires have sucked out of us. The energy that we've wasted, we are calling it back so that we can be empowered. So many of you feel like, you zapped out. You don't have the energy. It's because you blended your energy, giving your energy out to things that did not serve you. So now it's time to call it back. It's time to reclaim your time. I believe it's Maxine Waters, the representative, says, reclaiming your time. So come on, if you're ready, type in the chat, I'm ready to clean house. Type that in the chat, everybody. I'm ready to clean house. So let's go deeper. Let's get ready. And so now when we talk about cleaning the house, we're not talking about the house you live in, because you should already have that clean. Our ancestors used to say, cleanliness is next to godliness. Anybody ever heard that before? Cleanliness is next to godliness. So you clean your home, clean your space, not only just physically, but spiritually, energetically. You clean your home and your space. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. You clean your home, you clean your space. Then you begin to clean within. Your inner spiritual house is what we're talking specifically about cleaning today. Spirit is speaking to us, using me as a channel to speak to you about cleaning within. See, because when you are ready to move on, you have to empty out everything that's in you that's holding you back. Everything that's in you that's not for your highest good. All of those thoughts that's in you that's keeping you bound to a certain ideal, to a certain pattern. You have to let it out, empty out, purge, purify, cleanse. So the first thing we have to clean in our own inner spiritual house is the living room. Because the living room is what you're comfortable with. The living room is the space where we present what looks good. You have your nice mantelpieces, you have your nice furniture, you have your nice pictures on the wall, because it's where you host. So the living room is where we've learned to host people, to smile, to play the part. The niceties is where you do all those things in the living room. But all behind the smile. See, your outer experience is the living room. But now we got to go deep within. Because remember, house is a metaphor for your spiritual house and temple within. Because your body is a temple for your soul, for spirit, for the divine. So behind that smile, beloved, behind the front room you've dressed up, what clutter is being tolerated? What clutter are you tolerating that's behind the smile, behind what you have dressed up? See, some of us has furniture in our spiritual living room. That furniture represents old mindsets, old patterns, people-pleasing tendencies. Let's park right there. People-pleasing tendencies. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? Let's talk about that. People-pleasing tendencies. One thing Spirit spoke to me earlier today as I was meditating and praying and just channeling messages from Spirit, said that we have to, in order to walk fully into our divine calling, into the divine assignment, in order to walk in divine alignment, we have to let go of the people-pleasing mentality. Always wanting to make everybody else comfortable at your own expense. Always trying to make sure everybody's good. You ever been to a party that's being held in the honor of someone, but the honoree is going around trying to make sure everybody's okay? Are you okay? You got everything you need? You're good? Trying to make sure everybody's happy to the point they don't even enjoy the whole event that's put on for them. We have to learn to stop people pleasing. A lot of times we are not making the right decisions that's in our best interest to help catapult us into our next, into our future, because we are worried about what somebody else thinks, what somebody else is going to say, what somebody else's opinion, people who don't even matter, people that's not even studying you, people who don't give a rat's behind about seeing you go further in your path. We're always people pleasing, and we have to get out of that. Because you can't make everybody happy. Because why are you trying to make everybody happy in the process? You're unhappy. You're sad. And your soul is telling you, wait a minute, no. Don't make that decision. Don't make that move. That's not the right one. But instead of that, you override it. Spirit is always speaking to us, guiding us, leading us, teaching us. But the question is, are we listening? Or are we gung-ho trying to make everything happen? Because remember, everything happens in divine alignment, in divine timing. Thank you, Eighth Awakening. That's right, everybody. Tap that screen. Tap the screen, everybody. Share this live out to as many people as you can. Greetings, Miss Kia. So good to see you. It's important that we get rid of the people-pleasing tendencies, because it's holding us back from making the step that we need to make. You know, another characteristic of people-pleasing tendencies is always seeking everybody's counsel and advice. Habitually. You go to this person, to the next person, to the next person, to the next person. It's not about trying to get counsel and wisdom so you can make an informed decision. It's about people-pleasing. You're trying to see what other people got to say about a decision you're going to make when it's not their life and it's not their choice to make. It's not their life and their choice to make. It is yours. You just need the proper, correct information so that you can make an informed decision. Because guess what? Whatever path you take, when you take it following your internal guidance system, following spirit, following your heart, whatever path you take, spirit will guide you and be with you. We have to learn to be definite with the infinite. So stop seeking 50 million people's advice. That's why Crystal Dreamer, asking people for advice is hardly ever informative. Because most people are giving you their opinions. They're not informing you of correct information you need so that you can make an informed decision. They're saying what they would do. But I always tell people, be careful when people tell you, if I was you, I would do this, or I was you, I wouldn't do that. Because the first thing you need to stop them and say, well, you're not me, I'm not you, so no. Because half the time, the people that tell you that if the shoe was on the other foot, they would do that and more that they told you they wouldn't do. And half the time, when you're asking people about, you're going to the wrong people. People that don't know more much than you do. Going to people who haven't been through as much as you've been through. Going to people who don't have wisdom. Going to people who haven't been through where you're trying to get to. So how can they lead and guide you and help you make an informed decision? They're not educated in the field of what you're trying to understand. So stop people pleasing. Sometimes the path that you're led to go on, people around you are not going to understand. Friends are not going to understand. Family members are not going to understand. And that's okay. Because the dream, the vision, the passion, the path, the blueprint has not been given to them. It's been given to you. And it's incumbent upon you to follow through. A lot of times we don't have what we're supposed to have. We're not where we're supposed to have because we are our own biggest hindrance. Self-doubt is the biggest sabotage to your future. Answer me this. How is it that you can believe in everybody else's potential, but not your own? Let's talk about that. How is it that we can support and push everybody else, but when it's our time, we got 50 million excuses on why we can't do it, why somebody else is better suited for it, honey, it's not about the education. It's not about all the time you've been in experience. It's about what's in divine alignment for you. And what's for you is for you. I don't care who more educated. I don't care who is next in line for it. Baby, if it's for you, you may be at the back of the line. But if for you, spirit will move you up in the lineup if it's for you. and you're willing to move in alignment with divine timing. So we got to clean our spiritual living room, get rid of the old mindsets, those beliefs that you've held on to that doesn't serve you, that's not helping you, those people-pleasing tendencies, because sometimes you're going to make decisions that's going to piss everybody off. And you have to be okay with it. Making the right decisions for you sometimes is not going to sit well with people, because so many people you're unaware of is benefiting from your ignorance. Let's sit with that. So many people right now is benefiting from your ignorance. They're benefiting from you making the wrong decisions. They're benefiting from you when you self-doubt. They're benefiting from you when you stay in the background instead of coming out and really shining your light. So we got to get rid of that old spiritual furniture in your living room, spiritual living room, your old mindset, people-pleasing tendencies, generational trauma. So you got to let that go. You cannot drive forward into your future, ascending into your highest self, while driving and looking in the rearview mirror. Can't do it, because you're going to have a crash. You're going to have an accident. In order to move forward, you have to let go of the past, the generational traumas. Yes, mom and daddy may not have been there. You may have been so-called the black sheep of the family. That's okay. Let all that go. Because guess what? Being called the black sheep of the family is one of the highest honors that you can get, because that means you don't run with the pack. That means you know how to use your critical thinking skills. That means you're just not a follower. I don't mind being called the black sheep. That's good, baby, because that means I cannot be controlled. And people don't like when they can't control you. People love when you're just yes man and yes woman and yes person. They love when you just go along with whatever they say. But the moment you begin to stand up for yourself, the moment you begin to stand in your power, the moment you begin to get yourself back, your mind back, you begin to reconnect with the divine within you, and you begin to do what you need to do for your benefit and for your evolution. That is when they don't like you no more. That is when they take issue with you. Why? Because they know they can't control you no more. Now they know you're going to speak up for yourself. How many of you on this live or who will watch in the replay have missed your turn in life, missed your turn in opportunities because you would not speak up for yourself? Somebody talk back to me in the chat. Talk back to me. How many of us have missed our opportunities in our moment because we cowered back into the shadows? We would not speak up for ourselves. We would not say what we needed to say. Why? Because we were trying to spare somebody's feeling. Why are we trying to spare people's feeling who don't, when it comes to our feelings, they don't spare a minute. They don't spare it. See, forgiveness without reconciliation, forgiveness without rehabilitation, you're just going in a cycle. Thank you for sharing the live, Big Stepper. Thank you so much. Everybody tap the screen for us. Share this live to as many people as possible. We want this to push this live into the algorithm. Many people as possible to come into this room and hear and engage in this powerful session with us. I'm doing good, beloved. Some of us has missed our turn and opportunity because we not speak up for ourselves. You have to learn to be your biggest advocate. You have to learn to speak up for yourself. I'm glad I answered your question, Ms. Kia. We got to let go of that old trauma, generational trauma. We have to learn to go back into the time in our life where we were hurt the most. The first painful memory. Go back to that spot. Sit with that. Think of everybody that was involved, everybody who was there, and forgive all of them, forgive the situation, and forgive yourself. Because guess what? Forgiveness is not for the other person. It is for you. Forgiveness does not mean you have access to my life again. No. Forgiveness means I'm going to cut the cord, the energetic cord that's tied to me in this traumatic experience, that's tied to me and everybody involved. I'm going to sever those ties energetically, spiritually, and I'm going to heal so that I can take back my power. You may have been taken advantage of when you were young. You didn't have the power to speak up. You didn't have a safe place you can go to and talk to someone. So you have to go back to that place in your mind and your heart and forgive. Let all that go. Release. Because the longer you carry it, the more it weighs you down. Some of us got some luggage and some baggage we've been toting around, and now we're extremely exhausted. But we're exhausted because we've been carrying around somebody else's baggage, somebody else's trauma, somebody else's problem. Somebody don't like you. Oh, well, that's their problem, honey. That ain't yours. You don't change yourself to fit somebody's mold unless you're desperate. And people are only desperate when they have tapped into their own power, when they don't know who they are. And I don't get fan struck, oohing and ahhing over people, honey, because they're just people. You don't like me? Oh, well, honey, that's your problem, not mine. Toodles. I cannot allow your opinion to cause me to fall into shambles. Because your opinion is your opinion. But your opinion doesn't affect me unless I will allow it to. But who opinions matters the most is yours about you. Self-determination. You determine for yourself who you're going to be, how far you're going to go. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's stunning your growth. It's all you, baby. Have you decided that you are going to give yourself permission to grow? Have you given yourself permission to release? Have you given yourself permission to love? You may have been hurt by past relationships. That don't mean everybody after them is going to be on the same tip. So we have to learn to forgive ourselves, most importantly. Because sometimes, we allowed people to pull the wool over our eyes. We allowed people to take advantage of us. We saw it. Spirit showed it to us, but we ignored it. Let me say this. Stop bending backwards for people who will not even step in for you. and support you and help you when you need it without having to ask. You can't buy friendship. You can't buy love. Either they love you or they don't. Either they support you or they don't. You cannot buy love. You cannot buy support. You cannot buy friendship. Whoever's supposed to be in your life, the divine will send them. They will not have ulterior motives. They will love you genuinely. They will support without asking. They will do what they can to see you push you. So a lot of us have not even experienced what true camaraderie and friendship and love is all about. Because everybody we've experienced wanted something from us. So we have to learn to use our discernment. Toots, so good to see you, hon. Hope you're doing well. We have to use our discernment. When people come in our life, use discernment. Why are you here? Who are you? Who sent you? What do you want? How can we be of service to each other? Because some people are only connected to you for what they can get. Some people are only connected to you so they can cipher your energy. Do you know how many people want your life? Sit with that. How many people want your life? And I know you may be saying, why would they want my life? I got so much stuff going on that it's just crazy. Why would they want my life? I haven't reached the plateau of where I want to be. Why would they want? Because some people see your glory, but they don't know your story. So many people see the glitz and the glamour, but they don't know what it took to get there. They don't know about the betrayal. They don't know about the long nights. They don't know about the heartaches and pains, the hard work. Woo! They just want the finished product. Some people want to swap place with you. You can't understand why. Jealous. So you got to watch out for jealous people. The spirit is talking to somebody on this live. I hope you're hearing with your spiritual ear. They're jealous of you. Why? Because they can see your potential. They can see the direction you're headed in. And they want that for themselves. They don't want to put in the work to get it. So they want to ride on your coattail. But be careful of that. Be careful of that. The question you have to ask is, the people that's in your inner circle, are they there for you or are they there for something else? Because a lot of times what's stopping us is those who we have surrounded ourselves with. A lot of times that's what's hindering us. It's those who we have connected ourselves to who have no intentions of good. As I use this example often, in the biblical narrative of the New Testament, Yeshua, commonly called Jesus, he had a Judas. It's not about a person, it's about a characteristic that is in people. There are Judases in your life. This is a characteristic of someone who is jealous, someone who is not faithful. They're not loyal, but they're there to serve a purpose in your life. But the difference in us and Yeshua is that he knew he had a Judas, but you don't. That's the problem. That's the difference. You need to know who you're surrounded with. You need to know the people in whom you have connected yourself to. And stop trying to carry everybody where you're going. I'm going to say that again for somebody. Spirit is speaking to you through my vessel. Take what's for you. You can't take everybody where you're going. You're trying to drag them along, but a lot of people can't go where you're going. So when it's time to say bon voyage, don't feel no type of way about saying bon voyage. Toodles, bye-bye. Because a lot of time when we extend relationships beyond the point it should be, energetically, spiritually, that's when you end up in problems. Some people in your life, everybody is fair for a reason, but some is for a season, some for a lifetime. It is upon you to know the difference. I'm going to say that again. Everybody's in your life for a reason, but some is for a season and some for a lifetime. And it's upon you to know the difference. And when you don't know the difference, is when you fall into trouble. You fall into situations that could have been avoided. We have to lean into, see, organized religion, harmful doctrines, and dogma, doctrination have caused us to strip us away from our inherited spiritual internal guidance system that the divine put in you. The Creator put in you a guidance system to guide you. But a lot of time we've been taught to turn that off, to ignore it. That you can't trust yourself. Honey, if you can't trust yourself, who can you trust? If you can't trust yourself, who can you trust? Let's think about it. You have to learn to trust yourself again. The reason why so many of us depend on other people's opinions and other people's advice because we don't trust that we can make the right decision for our own self. We don't trust our own ability to make the right choice for us. So we leave it up to other people to choose for us. We give up our free will so that other people can guide and lead us. Not knowing their motive, they could be leading us to the edge of the cliff. You have to know that our ancestors used to have a saying, and I say it all the time. Every shut eye ain't sleep, every goodbye ain't gone. Every smiling face is not a friendly face. So we got to be careful. That's why it's so important to protect your energy, to protect your spirit. Don't open yourself up to any and everything. Because when you walk out your doors of your home, your living quarters, you're walking around all kind of energies, all kind of spirits. And people, you don't know their mind, you don't know their intent, you don't know their heart. You have to protect yourself. That's the first who you have to protect. Thank you for the follow, Gerald, Christmas. You have to protect yourself energetically. Don't allow people to be playing in your hair, touching your hair. See, when you touch people, there's a transfer. There's an energetic transfer. That's why I used to hear our elders used to tell us, don't let everybody pray for you. Don't let everybody lay hands on you. Why? Because there's an energetic transfer. Somebody can tap into your spirit by touching you. Honey, I had to bless my spouse the last week because somebody at work touched their hair. I said, oh no, honey, I had to, do my blessing and rub my hand to their, honey, because people will, you don't know people's motives, honey. Don't let nobody play with your crown. Toots, we can do that one-on-one. Set it up. Let me know, honey. Yes. We are here to help. That's right. That's right. Be careful who you let pray for you. Because instead of doing a P-R-A-Y, they P-R-E-Y. Praying on you. As if you're a prey. They're the hunter. I am well. So good to see you, dear. Got to be mindful of who you break bread with. Got to be careful who you talking to and who you telling what. Because some people have been sent to learn your plans and what you're going to do so they could try to put a roadblock to stop you. And if you're not conscious and aware, see, I'm talking about spiritual things now. We're not just talking about something natural, somebody trying to hinder you from something. No, spiritually. People send negative thoughts your way, try to do workings to try to hinder you from your progress. But a lot of times, how did they find out? Because you opened your mouth and said it. Be careful who you tell your future plans with. I'm reminded of the biblical narrative of Joseph telling people his dreams, his goals, his vision. People scoffed. His own family members laughed. His own family members did not believe in him. And they did what they could to try to stop his dream from coming to pass. So don't put it past your closest friend or people you know that they won't turn against you, that they won't try to do some slick stuff to hinder you because they don't want to see you progress. Don't put it past them. My grandmother used to say, don't put nothing past nobody. Because anybody is susceptible at any point to do anything. Some people feel threatened by your own presence. Greetings, Mike L. So good to see you, dear. Miss you. So put yourself in the shoes of Joseph. He should have learned to keep his mouth closed. A lot of us, we talk too much and we tell our plans to people who have no intentions of fully supporting you and helping you get where you're going. Everybody don't need to know what you plan on doing. All they need to see it when it doesn't happen, when it's in full fruition, when it's in progress, it's already on the way. Everybody needs to be on a need-to-know basis. I know sometimes when you got good news, you just want to share it, but you got to be careful who you're sharing it to, baby. Because you want to make sure You're not going to be your own hindrance by opening your mouth and talking too much. Because Proverbs said a fool is known by the words out of his mouth. You can tell where people stand just by listening. See, people will tell on themselves. Just listen. They will tell you all you need to know. You don't got to, let me tell you, I don't have to go ask nobody about nobody. Never have, never do. Because I have the gift of discerning of spirits, not of people. Some people discerning people. They ain't discerning spirits. I'm talking about discerning spirits, what people can't see. So I tell people all the time, you can't pull the wool over a true prophet, a seer, somebody that got their third eye open. You cannot fool them. You cannot pull the wool over their eyes. I don't care how much you try to spin things, how much you try to cover up things. People that is truly in tune and connected and their spiritual eyes open, the veil is removed. You cannot fool them. But I let people think they can. I let people think I don't know. Because they ain't them to know. I know. But I know. And me knowing is to help me know how to navigate. You knowing is to help you know how to navigate. That don't mean we shun people. We turn people away. We just know how to handle them now. Our ancestors used to have a saying, you have to know how to love people with a long-handled spoon. Feed them with a long-handled spoon. Some people, you have to love them from a distance. You cannot get close. If helping someone is going to cause you to fall, baby, you need to step back and take a second look at it. You need to take a step back and reassess. Spirit just spoke to me and said, some of you need to do a whole reevaluation of your inner circle. Spirit is saying somebody right now, you need to reassess everybody you call friend. You need to reassess, reevaluate. And if they are not being a true friend, if it's not reciprocated, if they're not loyal, you need to reassess and act accordingly. Remove them from the inner circle. Put them on the outer court. They can't be in the inner court. Because you need people around you in your inner court, in your inner circle, that you can be safe with. You are safe with each other. It's all about supporting each other. It's all about love. It's not about animosity. It's not about somebody trying to one-up somebody else. Because, baby, what's for you is for you. I don't care who try to knock you from getting what's yours. They can't do it, because what's for you is for you. Somebody put that in the chat. What's for me is for me. Come on, I'm looking. Put it in the chat. What's for me is for me. I don't care how much you try to stop it. I don't care how much you try to slander me. I don't care how much you try to throw dirt on my name. How much you try to blackball me. What's for me is for me. And I ain't studying you and what you try. My. You have to know what is for me is for me. Don't worry about what they trying to do, honey. That's of no consequence to you. You stay focused. Stay focused on where you want to go. Stay focused on your eyes on the goal, on the prize of what you're trying to achieve. So what's for you is for you. Nobody can take it from you. Nobody can destiny swap with you. Because what's for you is for you. So you don't need to be jealous. You don't have to covet what belongs to somebody else. Because what's for you is for you. You just need to come into divine alignment to have it. Be in divine timing. Spirit just said to me just now that some of you want a loving relationship with a partner, but you need to wait on divine timing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spirit getting in somebody's business on this live. You want a loving relationship with a partner, but the Spirit is saying you need to wait on divine timing because you're going to end up getting into a relationship that's going to be damaging. Hear the Spirit speaking to you. You know who you are. It's good to want a loving relationship. It's good to want a partner. But wait on divine timing. Wait till it comes into divine alignment. So you don't have to keep getting in relationships and your heart broken and people you're not serious. Now you got trauma on top of trauma because you done got with somebody who wasn't in your divine alignment, who wasn't meant for you. And now you got to work through that trauma now. And you back now on the prowl looking for your person. How do you know it's divine timing? Perfect question. Glad you asked, Kinsey. You know it's divine timing when everything begin to fall in place. Not when somebody love bombs you. Say all the right things, the words and everything, and sweet talking and everything, honey. But you know it's divine time when everything begin to come into alignment. Everything is working. Everything is moving in the right direction with ease. You don't have to turn a blind eye to stuff that you see because you're trying to make it work. You're overlooking things that red flags because you want to make it work. A lot of you, I hear Spirit saying right now to me, a lot of you, the problem you've had is because you've ignored the warning signs Spirit has given you about people. You've ignored the red flags that Spirit has shown you. And you've forced things to try to work. But in the end, it never does. Why? Because you have divorced yourself from your own internal guidance system, your own inner knowing. So here yet again, people will show you who they are. You don't have to beg for somebody to spend time with you. If they love you and they value your time, they're going to put in the work. They're going to put in the effort. You don't have to beg. That ain't for you, baby. Let it go. Just because you got history with somebody don't mean nothing, honey. We may got history, but that's all it is. History, past tense. Don't let your history with somebody make you miss your future. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't let your boyfriend cause you to miss your husband. Because boyfriend ain't trying to have a future with you. Unless you said I do and made a covenant, honey, you ain't married. A lot of times we let history get in the way of our progress. So you need to begin to think about what old patterns do you need that it's time to remove. Those cycles that you've been in that it's time to get out of. You keep repeating the same cycle. It's time to reroute. It's time to step back. Somebody's questioning a new job. Somebody's questioning a new job. Somebody listening is questioning a new job. Put in the application. Believe and affirm that you have it. And you're going to get the right proposal for what you want. And go for it. Don't second guess yourself. Put the application in. And affirm that you got it. Ask for what you want. And you're going to get it. So, Isaiah 43:18-19 says, forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I'm doing a new thing. A lot of times we're dwelling on the past. This is why we can't move into the future. Just because it didn't work one time before don't mean it won't work this time. Just because they told you no the last time, go back again and try again. Go back again and try again. Don't mean they're going to say no this time. A lot of times we give up too easy. Sometimes we don't even ask because we're afraid we're going to hear no. No is just the opposite, polar opposite of yes. That's all. My mother used to always say, all they can tell you is yes or no. But you won't get no answer if you don't open your mouth and ask. You have not because you ask not. A lot of you are looking for answers, but you haven't asked Spirit. You haven't opened your mouth and your heart to ask Spirit for the answer and receive the answer when it comes in whatever way it comes to you. Ask and it shall be given. Seek and you'll find it. Knock, it'll be open unto you. A lot of time we ain't asking, we ain't seeking, and that's why we ain't finding. That's why no doors are open, because you're not knocking. You're not seeking opportunities to advance. You've gotten settled. You've settled for less. You've settled for the scraps. Now it's time for you to no longer settle. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to go after what you truly want. Some people are miserable in their marriage, in their relationship, because they settled for somebody else than what they truly wanted, what their heart truly desired. Some of you are not happy with your job because you didn't believe that you could get the one you truly wanted, so you settled for another job, more work and less pay. Now it's time to step back, reevaluate, build your self-confidence up, build your self-belief up, rebuild your self-image. Because sometimes your own self-image is so low, that's why you can't rise above it. You need to rebuild your self-image. Rebuild your self-belief. Anything is possible to those who believe. But you don't believe it's possible. Why? Because you have a poor self-image of yourself. That's why when people give you praises, You don't want to accept it. Why? Because you have a poor image of yourself. You don't see what other people see. Why? Because your image of yourself is distorted. All you see is your flaws, what you call a flaw. All you see is what you're not, and not truly what you are, what you possess. Some of you are downplaying your gifts and your talent. But that's not true humility. That's false humility. You don't need to downplay yourself for nobody. Downplay your own abilities to let somebody else shine. Always welcome, beloved. You don't have to do that. Be who you are authentically. Do not dim your light for nobody. If they want their light to shine brighter, they can do the work for it. Why? Because we're not in competition with nobody. Thank you, CCX3. Thank you for following the gift. Thank you. Anybody that want to get where you are, they can do the work. You're not in competition with anybody. We're in competition with ourselves. With that old version of you, competing so you can beat the new version of you. Your new version of you competing with your old version of you. You're not competing with another person. That's where we get it wrong. Because there's room at the table for us all. I don't have to down you. I don't have to slander you. I don't have to put you down. Why? Because there's room at the table for everybody. There's room for everybody to eat. There's food plenty enough for everybody to eat. There's work enough for everybody. And so when we come from that mindset, we walk different, we talk differently. Because my fellow man, woman, individual is not my problem. They're not my enemy. See, we make people enemies that are not enemies. Society causes us to distrust our neighbors, to distrust people. You distrusting people that ain't even giving you no cause to distrust. But society teaches you that you can't trust nobody. Society wants you to be just as treacherous and distrusting as they are. Greetings, the Black Celtic. The Black Celts. Greetings, beloved. So good to see you. Hope you having a fabulous day. The divine is saying to someone today that I'm not pouring new oil in dirty vessels. You got to clean your inner spiritual house. Purify yourself from that negative energy. Always thinking something's bad going to happen. Being a pessimist. So you can't surround yourself with people who always think the worst. Because that energy will rub off on you. They always think something wrong. Something going to happen. Living in fear instead of living in power and faith and knowing. See, we got to flip the strip. You have to clean yourself from that negative energy. Transmute that energy. Thank you for the rose. Transmute that energy. So many people talk about they're waiting on God, honey, but God, you ain't waiting on God. God waiting on you. You ain't waiting on the ancestors. The ancestors are waiting on you. Your ancestors are waiting on you. God, by all names known, is waiting on you. Spirit is waiting on you to clean the house, to make room. A lot of us can't grow because we haven't made room for expansion and growth. We say we want to expand our business, but we haven't made room for expansion. Spirit is saying to me right now, somebody wants to expand their business, but you need to make room to expand your business. Spirit is saying somebody wants to expand their practice, their gift, their talent, but you got to make room for that. Thank you for the heart, my dear sister. So good to see you, beloved. We have to make room for what we say we want. Make time for what we say we want. Whatever you give your attention to, your intent and your attention, the power flows there. So change the channel. If you don't want it, change the channel. Stop focusing on things that you don't want. Stop talking about things you don't want, because the more you talk about it, you're attracting it to you. The more you talk about it, you're bringing it to you. The more you talk about it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's time to be certain of what you truly want. We're in a time, spiritually, we're in a time of rapid growth, expansion, evolution, progress, growth. Have you prepared yourself for growth? Have you prepared yourself for what you're saying you want? You want a blessing, but you haven't prepared yourself. You hadn't made room for it. Say you want a new house, but you ain't start looking yet. Say you want a new car, but you hadn't kept the old one good. Grand Rising, beloved. Make room for what you want. So we're talking today about cleansing, cleansing the house. We're not talking about your physical home, which we know should be clean, but your internal spiritual house. My day is going well for life. I hope you're doing well today and having a fabulous day. So we clean the living room, which is our showroom, what we present to people. But then we begin to clean the behind the scenes. Everybody tap the screen. Do a power tap for me. Everybody tap, 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 tap the screen. Share this live, everybody, to as many people as possible. We appreciate you. So we clean the living room. Then we have to clean your spiritual bedroom. What you've been sleeping on. So the bedroom is where you should rest, where you should dream, where you get your vivid visions, and where your visions get revived. But some of us have been sleeping on our purpose. Some of us have been sleeping on our purpose. Lollygagging. We've lost focus. Talk, spirit. Some of us been laying beside regret. Some of us have been covered up in the covers of procrastination. That's why we ain't got nothing done, because we're procrastinating. Procrastination is an enemy of progress. Woo! My. Greetings, niece. So good to see you. It's rising. Love you so much. Hope you're doing well today. So again, some of us been sleeping on our purpose. We've been focusing on helping everybody else while we go neglecting. While our own purpose is going down the drain. Wasting our potential. Wasting our potential on people that don't matter. Wasting our time on people who don't have no intentions or of pouring back into us. People crying wolf, making like they need help, but they don't want help. They just want to get you distracted. Oh my shot. Spirit is speaking to somebody here today. Been sleeping on your purpose. Laying beside regret. In the bed covered up with procrastination. That's why you can't focus. That's why you can't get nothing done, because you're procrastinating. Procrastination is the enemy of progress. It's the enemy of your future. It's the enemy of your growth. It's the enemy of your expansion. Procrastination. What are you procrastinating about? Why are you procrastinating? What's the purpose of your procrastination? Why are you waiting, postponing, and delaying doing the needful? Thank you, it's Queen to you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment. Why have you been delaying your own progress? Hania Mashani. Spirit is speaking to you today. Are you listening? Spirit is speaking to you today. Are you listening? We got to let go of the spirit of procrastination. Got to let go of saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I got time. Beloved, for so many of you that are on this live, listen to me. The Spirit is saying to you today, time is of the essence. You're at the cusp. You're at the brink of your purpose in your future, of where you're trying to go, where you're trying to manifest. Now is not the time to procrastinate. Now is not the delay and say you're going to do it tomorrow. Don't put off to tomorrow what you ought to do today. Stop doing everything last minute rush. Haya imasa. Stop last minute everything. Rush. Then it becomes overwhelming, leading to stress and burnout. Keep saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes, honey. The only time that's guaranteed to you is right now in the present. Living in the now. Living in the present. That's right, honey. Get it done today, baby. Get it done today. We got to learn to stop task switching. Jumping from one task to the other without finishing anything. Often picking the easier tasks, the less important tasks, instead of working from the top down. Prioritizing. So my priorities is mixed up. Putting everybody else first and you last. And guess what? By the time you get to use, you so pooped and tired, you can't even do it. We got to stop avoiding tasks altogether. We keep finding a reason, something else. Supposed to be getting a task done that's important, that's due. Here we go cleaning. Here we go organizing. Here we go binge watching. Here we go scrolling on social media. Till we never get what we're supposed to do done. Here are some mental signs, emotional signs that you are procrastinating. Overthinking or perfectionism. Keep telling yourself it has to be perfect, which becomes an excuse not to start it at all. Spirit is talking to somebody today. I feel the Spirit, the ancestors, the divine speaking to someone today. Feeling overwhelmed. The task feels that it's too big or complicated. So you just shut down instead of breaking it into steps. It's a sign you procrastinating. When it's a God idea, when it's a divine alignment for you to do, a lot of time it's going to feel too big and complicated, too much for you. That's why Spirit guides you, going to send you and give you the help that you need to accomplish your vision. Yes, the vision is bigger than you because you can't do it all yourself. You may be the visionary, but it's going to take others to come alongside you. That's why in the book of Habakkuk it said, write the vision, make it plain. A lot of people can't support your vision because you ain't got it written down. You have not taken the time to walk through it, to process it, and put it in writing. You haven't taken the time to process it out, put it out, so you can see it, so you can envision it. Woo! Woo! Help us today, Spirit. Another sign of mental and emotional sign of you procrastinating is low self-confidence or fear of failure. This is a sign that you're procrastinating emotionally and mentally. You delay accomplishing tasks because you secretly are afraid you won't succeed or meet expectations. And that hinders you from moving forward. Don't worry about meeting other people's expectations. You do what you know is in your heart, in your spirit to do. And everything else will work out fine. You have the right motive, the right intent, and do everything in love, do everything in wisdom. As you're guided, guarantee you won't go wrong. You will supersede your expectation and all those around you. Another sign that you procrastinate your future is guilt and anxiety. A lot of you are suffering with guilt and anxiety, and it's paralyzing you from moving forward. You feel anxious about the task you're called to do. Then you turn around and feel guilty for not doing it, which creates an unending cycle of guilt and anxiety that feeds more into delay and delay and delay. But honey, you got to leave those second cousins alone. Guilt and anxiety. Leave them alone, baby. Let it go. Be anxious for nothing. It's going to happen in divine time. Woo! That's for somebody. Be anxious for nothing because it's going to happen in divine time. When you least expect it. Ooh, my child. It's going to happen. Get out of that cycle of guilt and anxiety. Rebuild your self-confidence. You got what it takes. It's queen to you. It's because you don't trust yourself, baby. You don't trust yourself. Lean into your internal guidance system, your intuition, your spirit, and flow from there. Trust yourself more than you trust anybody, and you'll begin to see things turn around for you. It's queen to you. I don't know what you do or what field you're in, but there's a promotion that's coming for you. Just prepare yourself. Get in divine alignment. And whatever it is you have set your mind set to do, there's a promotion, elevation, expansion. Now, all you got to do is start preparing yourself. Prepare yourself. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop doubting. Stop feeling guilty. Stop being anxious. Meditate. Calm yourself down. Because you are divinely guided. You know what to do. You've been prepared for this. Now move with grace and walk in your power and see it through. Don't stop this time. See it through. Woo, shy, because I see you in the spirit. Sometimes you start and stop. But the spirit is saying to you today specifically, this time, do not stop. See it through. Because it's coming your way. Guaranteed. So here's another sign, a verbal sign. Excuses. Some people say, well, I work well under pressure. But a lot of times, we use that to justify waiting until the last minute. Even though the results and mental health of our well-being suffers. Another excuse we use, I don't feel like it right now. I got to do it when I feel it. I don't feel like it right now. But see, waiting for motivation, which rarely arrives on its own. You got to motivate yourself. You waiting for motivation ain't just come just out of the blue. You must motivate yourself. Stop waiting for people to pat you on the back and motivate you and push you. Honey, I'm speaking by divine inspiration. You are in a season today. Hear me? And what's for you, take it for you. You're in a season that you have to trust and lean inward for your motivation. You have to motivate yourself. You're not in the time now where you're waiting for somebody to come and help push you. You have to push yourself. Be self-motivated that I want to accomplish it. I want to get this done. Because I'm tired of being at the bottom. I'm tired of being at the tail end. I'm tired of always not making or almost made it or just didn't make the cut. You have to be motivated to say, no, I want to do this and I'm going to see it through to the end. I will motivate myself. This time is for me. It's not for nobody else. It's for me this time. And I'm not going to let me talk me out of receiving what's mine. And I'm not going to let my doubt, my fear, my anxiety, low self-esteem, fear, failure, feeling overwhelmed, overthinking, perfectionism. I'm not going to let none of that stop me this time. I'm not going to let me get in the way this time. We got to let go of that excuse that we use. Oh, I need to be in the right headspace. I need to be in the right mood for it to work. Honey, all that is perfectionist or emotional gatekeeper mumbo jumbo that leads to inertia. It leads you into the mode of not doing nothing, unchanged. See, there are consequences to procrastinating. You miss your deadlines and your opportunities. Spirit bring opportunities your way, but you miss it. Why? Because you wasn't in the right place at the right time. You wasn't where you were supposed to be. Woo, Lamasia. See, procrastination begins to cost you in a dear way, in real ways, in your money, your time, your reputation. Spirit trying to move you up to the front of the line, but you keep saying, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. If you've been divinely called, if you've been divinely positioned, you're ready. Because most of the people that have been divinely assigned to do stuff never feel they're ready. Never feel they're ready. But once you prepared yourself, you've done the work, and you follow the leading of Spirit, leave everything else in the hands of Spirit. All you need to do is follow through. See, another consequence of procrastination is declining performance. Your quality of your work and your assignment begins to decline, and it suffers because work is rushed and incomplete. That's right, Mike. It's time to follow through. Not time we quit when it start getting rough. When it start getting hot in the kitchen, we ready to run. But that's the making of you. Stop running for what seems hard. Stop running from those difficult moments. Sit in those moments. Because it's meant to teach you something. It's there to help you progress. It's there to help you shift. So don't run from it. Embrace. Embrace. Another consequence for procrastinating is the loss of trust in yourself or from others. So you stop trusting your own follow through. And others, people stop relying on you because you begin to have a track record that you say you're going to do stuff, but you ain't really going to do it. They can't trust your word because you're going to turn around and let them down. So you lose your credibility. All of this because we procrastinate. So we have to be willing to overcome procrastination that's keeping us from really moving forward. Sometimes situations arise in your life on purpose. It ain't the devil, it ain't nobody else to know. I mean, it's arrived in your life on purpose to help you move further on in. You've been on the outskirts. So Spirit allowed things to arise in your life to help push you. Some of you have been pushed out of some spaces because Spirit was trying to tell you to leave anyway, but you wouldn't leave, so Spirit had to give you a push out the door. Because it's time to get out the nest. It's time to get out of your safety net. It's time to move out into deeper waters. Come out of the shallow water and move into the deep. Spirit is saying to you, I'm trying to awaken your purpose. But you've got to strip the bed of the residue. There's a verse of scripture in Romans 13:11 says, it's time, high time to awake out of sleep. For now, your salvation, your deliverance, your breakthrough, your manifestation now is nearer than when you first believed it to be. When you first set out to manifest, it's closer now than it ever was. And you have to discern the timing for your life. Thank you for the rose. Somebody put in the chat, I'm waking up and I'm cleaning my bed. Come on, somebody put that in the chat. I'm waking up and I'm cleaning my bed. Cleaning my spiritual bed. My bed of thoughts. My bed of emotions. I'm cleaning, I'm waking up. Coming out of spiritual psychosis. Coming out of the spirit of procrastination. I'm waking up to my purpose. Stop putting my purpose on the background. On the back burner. I'm waking up out of sleep and now I'm cleaning my bed. And let this be a turning point for you. Let this moment be a turning point for your life. The divine is reigniting your passion, but you need clean sheets. You need to open the windows of your soul and let the light in. Some of you have been so dark and grim. Some of you, you've been in a season of, as it were, of darkness. Feel like no light could shine in. But the Spirit now is beginning to bring light into your situation, light into your life, light in your spirit. So open up the windows of your soul. So in order to overcome and shift your mindset from procrastination, you got to have to be willing to shift. You have to be willing to shift. Acknowledge that, listen, I need to shift. It's imperative that I shift now. It's not an option. I'm at a point that if I don't, I ain't gonna make it. If I don't shift, I'm not gonna move forward. I'm at a standstill. I am stagnated. So it's time for me now to shift. Wow. So learn to break it down. Big tasks may feel overwhelming, so your brain avoids them. So the solution is break the task down. Break those big tasks down into smaller tasks in manageable steps. so that you can focus on the next section, not the whole mountain. This is how you get it done. You trying to write a book? Well, don't think about writing a book. Just write an outline. Write the first paragraph. Then the next one. Then the next one. And if you keep on at it, then you got the whole book completed. This is how we overcome the cycles of procrastination. This is the mental strategy we have to use in order to break that cycle. Also, use the 2-minute rule. 2-minute rule says if a task can be done in 2 minutes, do it now. Don't wait. A lot of you, Spirit have told you to make certain phone calls to people and you ain't made it yet. See, when Spirit put in your heart and your mind, in your spirit to do something, it's for a reason, it's for a purpose. Sometimes Spirit will tell you to go to this particular store, not the one you normally go to this one. Or take this way home. Don't take the normal route. Take another way. Or call this person today. And we'll procrastinate. And when the day is done, we ain't did it. Whole day done came by and we ain't did it. So the 2-minute rule says if this task can be done in 2 minutes, do it now. Don't wait. If it takes longer, start it for 2 minutes. See, sometimes it just all you need is just a jump start, beginning. See, beginning and starting it breaks the resistance and opens you up to a flow. Another task, mental strategy to shift your mindset from procrastination is to identify the why behind your avoidance. Woo! Honey, it's Queen T. Look like Spirit is knocking on your door today, honey. Saying, come on. It's your time. That's right, E-centric one. It's my time. You gotta know it's your time. And when you know it's your time, you begin to prepare yourself. You begin to get ready. Because you know, any day now, any moment, woo, my miracle, my breakthrough, my manifestation is going to come into fruition. It's going to come full blown into the now. So identify the why behind your avoidance. Ask yourself, why am I avoiding this? Why am I avoiding this conversation? Why am I avoiding, a lot of you, it's time for you to break up certain relationships in your life. I don't care how long you've been together. It's dead, it's done. Now it's time for you to end things and move on. Why are you avoiding the breakup? It's evident. Why are you avoiding having that conversation? Is it fear of failure? Is it the fear and the feeling of inadequacy? Is it the feeling of not knowing where to begin or what's next or how it's going to turn out? That's not your problem. All you need to do it. See, getting honest with yourself, getting to the root of the matter of your procrastination gives you power over it. When you can answer the why, then you can have power over it. But you can't have power over it until you get to the root of it and be honest with yourself. Honey, you may lie to everybody else, but please, baby, don't lie to yourself. That's the worst thing you can do. To thy own self be true. Man, know thyself. Non-gender specific. Man, woman, child, individual, human. Know thyself. Then thou wilt know the God and the goddesses and the universe. And to thy own self be true. A lot of us have not been true to ourselves. We've changed who we truly are at our core to fit other people's image of us, to meet other people's expectations of us. So get honest with yourself. That's why people don't like truth tellers, because it shines a mirror. It forces them to confront things in their own life. That's why certain people don't like certain communities. They don't like being around certain people, because their light shines bright and it turns the light on them. And they are a mirror to people. And you have to look at yourself and see where you measure up. Another tool and strategy for breaking the cycle of procrastination and shifting your mindset is visualize completion, not just the work. A lot of times we looking at the big task and all it's going to take to get it done. We need to visualize the completion, the completed work, and the gratitude and the feeling of pride. How we're going to feel when it's all done. Imagine the long-term benefits of it being done. The peace of mind, the freedom, the confidence. And let your future self motivate you. Let it motivate your now self. Let your future self motivate your now self. That's it. Visualize the completion. Golden Eye, yes. It's called the Soul Awakening Sanctuary Movement. Yes. Do have a church. It's a spiritual church. It's called Soul Awakening Sanctuary Movement. Soul Awakening Sanctuary Movement. Visualize the completion. Another practical tool to help overcome procrastination and shift your mindset is time blocking. Learn to block off a certain time to get some tasks done. Schedule a specific chunk of time for a specific task. You can use a Google Calendar, paper planners, or different apps to help you block out time. Turn your notifications off. Turn your phone on Do Not Disturb. So you got to make the steps, the necessary steps to help move you into the right direction. A lot of time, we ain't making the right steps, honey. That's why we ain't going nowhere. We ain't made no steps to progress. Also, you can use a timer, which helps to help you work in focus sprints. 25 minutes of deep work, 5-minute break, and repeat it 4 times. Keep going in that cycle. Then take a longer break. This helps you beat that spirit of procrastination by making work feel temporary and manageable. These are things that help you be successful. Gotta learn to eliminate distractions. A lot of times why we haven't accomplished our goal is because we're too distracted. Turn that one-eyed demon off. My father used to call television a one-eyed demon. Well, honey, now we got smartphones, iPad, all that. Now become a one-eyed demon. They have you captivated into a whole nother world. So turn the notifications off. Silence your phone. Use focus on your apps so you can silence your phone or put it on Do Not Disturb. Because your environment shapes your discipline. Yes, it does. Your environment shapes your discipline. So make sure you Cultivate an atmosphere, an environment that can help you stay on task. Also set public accountability. Tell a friend of yours who it's a safe space for you. Accountability partner. Tell them your goal and your deadline. Or even post it so your friends can know. And have someone expecting you to finish. And create external motivations. They can check in on you. Have you accomplished it? Have you finished it? Have you done this? Have you done that? Having an accountability partner works. But also to help us shift our mindset from procrastination is having emotional and spiritual alignment. Everything comes from spirit, comes back to spiritual and within. Practicing self-compassion. Sometimes we're so hard on ourselves that it's pitiful. It's too much. Procrastination oftentimes is tied to shame. So learn to be gentle with yourself. Progress beats perfection. I'm going to say that again. Progress beats perfection. So affirm to yourself, I am learning to show up for myself. One step at a time. Somebody affirm that to yourself today. I am learning to show up for myself. One step at a time. I am learning to show up for myself. One step at a time. Other people not showing up for you, that's okay. Are you showing up for you? If nobody else show up for you, make sure you show up for yourself. One step at a time, that's all it takes. Also, you can create a ritual, a sacred space. Before working, light a candle, play calming music, pray, meditate, take deep breaths. Turn the task into a sacred offering of your energy and gifts that will help you shift your mindset on accomplishing your goal. And connect your task to your purpose. Ask yourself, how is this aligned with my deeper purpose and calling? How does this align? If it isn't, maybe it's time to rethink. Maybe this task needs to be delegated, delayed, or deleted altogether. Because if it's not helping you move towards your purpose, what is the purpose then? Is that if it's not help move you into your future, then what is the purpose? And then I always encourage, celebrate your micro wins, not just big ones, the little ones. Reward yourself after completing steps. Celebrate yourself. A lot of times we don't celebrate ourselves enough. We'll go all overboard celebrating people and giving them accolades and congratulations and doing little nice things for them. What about you? What are you doing for you to celebrate you and the accomplishments that you're making? Small wins help build the momentum and reinforce positive patterns. Progress is made in inches, not leaps, beloved. Celebrate the inch, not just the mile. Celebrate the inch, not just the mile. These are the things we have to learn to help us overcome the spirit of procrastination. So we cleaned out the spiritual living room, we cleaned out the spiritual bedroom, now we need to clean out the spiritual closet. Spiritual closet is what you're still hiding. See, let's walk into the closet. That's the secret place, the hiding place. It's where we got everything tucked away. Those grudges, those just in case grudges. It's where we fold up bitterness to the back of outfit. It's where we stash old offenses, waiting for the right moment to wear them again, pull them out. Spirit is saying to us today, it's time to clean out the closet. Psalm 51:10 says, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Sometimes you got a spirit, but it ain't the right spirit. Negative spirit. Procrastinating spirit. Negative spirit. Create in me a clean heart and renew the right spirit within me. I want somebody to put in the chat, I'm cleaning my closet. I'm cleaning my closet. I'm letting go of everything, the guilt, the shame, the grudges, the bitterness, the old offenses. I'm cleaning out my closet. Just don't clean what people can see. Clean what you've been hiding. Where they can't see. That also need to be clean. What you pushed to the back. Pushed under the rug. Pushed in the closet. Some of us at the closet, if we open the closet, honey, everything just, you ever seen that? Everything packed in the closet, and open the closet, everything just starts tumbling out. That's what we do when we avoid avoidance. We avoid things, we just push it in the closet, put it to the back of our mind, to the back of our spirit, the back of our soul. We don't want to deal with it. I'll deal with that another day. I'll deal with that another time. That's right, year round, 24/7. Oh, that's right, honey. The old stuff that's in the suitcases, stuff at the bottom of the drawers, put it in the back. Well, no, honey, we got to pull it all out and start cleaning. Top to bottom. Because if we want something new, we got to make room. Make room for the new. Gotta divide, put it all in pounds. What's going, what's staying. See, right now, I want you to think in your mind that we're about to do a prophetic cleaning. Old mindsets, gotta go. Shame and guilt, gotta go. Spirit of fear, gotta go. People pleasing, gotta go. Secret unforgiveness, gotta go. Fake religion, bondage, indoctrination, old paradigms, gotta go. The divine spirit is looking for cleared altars, vessels who've made room for glory. Somebody put in the chat, make room, make room, make room. Spirit want to bless you, but you got to make room. Spirit want to give you new opportunities, but you got to make room. Hey, you got to make room for it. So you can't host glory in mess. You're not just a house, but you are the temple of the divine. And just like King Hezekiah in the biblical narrative, who reopened the temple and told the priests to clean out. Told them, we're going to reopen this temple, we got to clean everything out. And they carried out all the uncleanness into the court. See, before you are revived from within, a removal must take place. So are we willing and are we ready to bring about a removal? That's the question today. Are we willing to bring about a removal? That's right. The old and unwelcome can't stay. We are making room for new abundance. That's it. Make room. Have we made room? That's the question. For abundance, for peace, for joy. So a removal got to come first. A removal must come first. Before overflow can take place, the emptying comes. Before fire falls, comes cleaning. So we got to know it's time to clean the house today. If you know there's been some residue of the old in your spiritual house, in your heart, in your mind, your spirit, I want you to put the raised hands emoji in the chat. Put the raised hands emoji in the chat. Because today we are cleansing house. And if you receive this message of spirit to you today, I want you to put your hands over your heart if you're able to. Put your hands over your heart. And we're going to pray. I'm going to pray for each and every one of you who've heard the message that Spirit gave me to give to all those that review and those who will watch later. I'm going to pray for you and seal this message in your consciousness as you make the necessary steps for progress in your life. Spirit of the living creator, the divine, wash us, cleanse us, remove what no longer serves the temple of the divine within us. Evict every residue of fear, guilt, shame, bitterness, and old patterns and old mindset. Open up every window divine within our spirits. Let fresh wind flow through every room of our spiritual house and our souls. Today we declare that we make room for glory, and we receive a revival within our beings. In the sacred name of the divine, the creator, God by all's name known, the ancestors, the Christ consciousness and the divine source of all that is, all that should be. Amen and Ashe. If this has blessed you today, I want you to give us a follow, share, like, comment, tag someone who needs this. And if you love our content, sow a seed of love into this movement. Your giving help us to continue this sacred work. Get things that we need to get, because I need another stand, because after I got back from Detroit from a revival, all of a sudden now I had two stands. One I would do live on YouTube, and the other one I would do live on TikTok at one time. Well, we only could do live on TikTok today because I got to buy a new stand, because all of a sudden the thing just, I put the phone in there, it just crumbled. I was like, what's happening? It just crumbled. I said, well, it's time for a new one. So you're giving and you're helping and supporting this movement and our sacred work. Help us to do that. And you can give through using CashApp. The handle is capital VSY, lowercase ISRAEL2021. Again, if you'd like to sow a love offering, give to this sacred work, you can do so through Cash App. The handle is capital VSY, lowercase ISRAEL2021. And if you want to give using Zelle, you can do that too. It's Chief Apostle Veronica Yisrael@gmail.com. And you can give through Zelle. So we thank you for all that you do, all of your likes, all of your shares, all of your hearts, roses, gifts, everything. We appreciate it, and we love you for being here and supporting this work. We're here usually every Monday through Friday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. We're here usually live on TikTok and YouTube. Today we're just on TikTok, but after I get off, by tomorrow or later this evening, we'll upload it on YouTube, so those that can miss the live can watch it over there on YouTube. And we love you. Follow us on all social media accounts: TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You'll find us for more teaching of African cosmology, spirituality from an expanded consciousness perspective, and for guidance, spiritual liberation, prophetic understanding. Because we're here, and I'm your host, Chief Apostle Veronica Yisrael, Chief High Priestess, Global Spiritual Leader, Teacher, Guide, and Prophetic Voice, and founder of the Soul Awakening Sanctuary Movement, and the host of the Sankofa Sessions podcast. The Soul Awakening Sanctuary Movement is a spiritual church. It is a spiritual community. And if you would like to join us and you would like to be a part of our spiritual community, you can reach out to us. You can inbox us or you can email us, and we'll get you the information that you need so that you can join and avail yourself to the many different amenities of being a member of the Soul Awakening Sanctuary Movement. It's so many different things that are available to you, and you become a part of the inner circle of this community. And you have found community. You find able to be in a community that honors your divine gifts, and you're able to learn more what you need to learn so that you can expand and grow. So we love all of you. Thank you all so much for your support, and prayerfully we'll be on tomorrow, unless things otherwise, and we can't be. We're normally here every Monday through Friday, 12 noon. We went live for a week and a half because I was out in Detroit running a revival, and so I hope you've seen the different clips of what we have from the revival that we had in Detroit. It was a wonderful time. People were really blessed. We ministered to everyone that came through the door during the revival. And so we're so excited about what Spirit did there in the city of Detroit, Michigan, and what is going to continue to happen as we continue to travel to a city near you. So be looking for us and different things that are going to be happening in the near future. So stay tuned, turn your notification bell on, subscribe to the channel. We love you all. Till next time, always know that you are powerful. You are divine. You are creative. You are the epitome of the divine consciousness that created the universe. That you are God in flesh, having a human experience. And never let anyone, any ideology, any philosophy, any theology, any indoctrination, dogma, or anyone's negative opinion tell you differently. Because if it is true, and I believe it is, that we are created in the image of the Creator, that makes us a co-creator with the Creator, and it makes you a creator of your life. And you create your life and your destiny by the thoughts you think and entertain in your mind, and the words that you speak and your actions. So make sure you're creating what you truly want to see in your life. I love you all. Till next time, peace be with you.